Ultra.
All right, what's up, guys? How we doing? All right, so just gonna wait for a few more people to join here. Um, let's go over the agenda. So, first of all, huge thanks to everyone who subscribed. 10,000 subscribers. That's something I never thought we'd really get to, and that just means that it's a little bit more affordable to keep making videos. So I really appreciate that. Um, yeah, it's been crazy. It seems like time has flown, and at the same time, like just having like 50 subscribers and a few people looking at my videos, probably mostly my family, was like not that long ago. So pretty sweet to to be doing this. Let me know if my sound is weird. I'm not sure. Hey, what's going on, filibuster? Yeah, so as long as the sound's good, we should be good here. It's a new microphone. I got a blue Yeti, so we'll see how that goes. So the other thing I want to mention too for you guys, whoever's interested, I do have a Discord. Probably some of you are on there. I do have a Discord server set up, and I might be able to. I'll leave a link to that. The reason why I'm saying that is because that is actually really a sweet spot for having questions answered. When you put comments on my YouTube videos and stuff, I really can't answer them with YAML because of the formatting. But that Discord server, I'll leave a link to it here in the chat. But that Discord server is a real great place if you want to have questions answered. I mean, I don't even do a lot of the answering, but it's really cool. So, yeah, if you're interested, definitely check that out. Let me see if I can put that in the chat here. Sweet. Thanks, filibuster. Let's see if that works here. So I put the link to it in the chat. So the other thing was, of course, WLED. I wanted to show you guys this. See if I can bring it over. I want to show you this that I've been kind of posting about on some of my social media, platforms. Super cool, a grid of LEDs and how you could do pixel art with it. So I want to go over that. I'll of course make a full video on it, but I'll go over that. And then beside that, I have the lock giveaway. As I mentioned, I have 3 locks that I want to give away. So we can discuss those, and I'll try to figure out how to do that. But we got the level lock. Then my favorite of the 3, the ultra lock, and then lastly we have I'm gonna make a mess here. The August Pro 3rd gen. So we're giving those away. We'll do some sort of random giveaway. I hope that'll work. But yeah, so we'll give those away. So if you have any questions, just throw them in the chat and we'll get to them. The other thing I want to mention that recently I just did. Obviously, no pressure, but I just created some shirts. Here's one of them here. But I have a store link on my YouTube channel. That'll just help fund the projects I'm working on. But obviously, no pressure to buy them because it didn't cost me any money to design them. So yeah, just throw that out there. If you see shirts you like, or if you have shirt ideas, let me know. But I've always wanted to make shirts for a long time, and this was my chance to actually do it. So yeah. So maybe first we'll look at WLED, and I'll kind of show you guys the WLED grid and how it works. So I got this one. I'm gonna disconnect it here. So I got this one on Amazon because it was fast shipping, but you can get them on AliExpress. Now this is the WLED. These LEDs, sorry, are WS2812 B Eco. So they're like a cheaper knockoff version of the regular WS2812Bs. So that means probably the color isn't going to be as great. I think they're less power friendly. So they won't be as great as if you used regular just WS2812Bs. But they also make one, BTF Lighting, who I got it from. They also make SK6812s, which is really what you want. That they have the white LED as well. And I think they're pretty good power consumption wise. So that might be something you want to look at. But yeah, we'll go over how to do pixel art with this. It's a little complicated, but I'll show you, how to get started. And I've actually made an Excel program that maybe we could take a look at. But the Excel program pretty much gives you the command. So all you got to do is paste it in pretty much. And I'll make that available on my Discord. Again, that's like an incentive to join Discord, but I'll make that available on my Discord at some point once I flush it all out. But yeah, then we'll get into it. So is there anything else you guys, just let me know if there's anything else you want me to look at. If you want me to look at dashboards or whatever else, let me know. But we'll start with WLED. So maybe the first thing we'll do is I'll just show you with the top-down shot what we're looking at. So, sorry if this is poor lighting, but so this is the grid, and you can kind of see on the back. It's a little hard to see. You see those lines? You can actually kind of tell how this whole thing is routed. So if this is the top, it's like an LED strip pretty much that goes like this. It goes like this, back and forth, all the way across. So you have to remember that when you're doing the pixel art. Yeah, filibuster. So yeah, pretty much the real life application is pixel art. I also have looked at doing like signs. So I actually have, this is something I was going to bring up as well. It's a good reminder. So I have this one. Maybe we'll open that here. So let me open that here, and then we can, and I think this one has some better applications. Now, of course, I'm not going to have a knife. Hold on a second. Let me get a knife here. So this one has real application, I think, with messages. So if you wanted to hang this on your office door, and what you could do is you could say, hey, in a meeting, and you could have pixel art displaying in a meeting. So there you go. That's sweet. So that's the same number of LEDs, I believe, just stretched out. I have to do the math. But again, WS2812 Eco. And you can also link these together. So you can make some pretty cool wall art by linking all these together and make something big. Of course, you have to inject power, but that's why they leave this. They leave this power injection wire. So you can inject power right into this, and you can build a pretty sweet grid of LEDs. Now, again, as you guys, if you saw my LED video, you'll see that these do consume a lot of power. That's a lot of LEDs. So that's something to think about. Yeah, so that's that one. I'm not going to actually use that one now. We'll just work on with this regular grid that I've been working on. But this is pretty sweet. I'm excited. So you can see there, 2812B Eco. I won't buy Eco for future projects, and I'll mention that in the video. You want to buy the regular just because more power efficient, I believe. So I think that shows the power there that's used. Yeah. So the boy. Yeah, you're just saying there about following that path. Yeah, that's correct. You can't skip down. You can. I mean, so each one of these LEDs. Maybe we'll start with this. Each one of these LEDs is given a ID. So this first LED is LED 0, and then each one you go up to 255. So there's 16 by 16. That's 256 LEDs. So each one of these is given an ID, and you just tell WLED which ID you're talking about, and then you can say what color, what brightness, whatever. So there's a couple things that you need to know about this. As we go, I'm going to show you the documentation and stuff that you need to know. But yeah, hey HG, thanks for the congrats, appreciate it. Yes, yeah, filibuster. These are from the same company, so they're all from BTF Lighting. That's who I always go with. Saw my video my short video a couple days ago where I replaced one on an LED strip. That's the first LED I've ever had go bad from BTF Lighting. So yeah, it's not something that I normally would see. So yeah, so you can see you plug it in. I'm using this Atom controller. Again, people have said to me, hey, use a Did You Know, but these are so cheap, and I haven't had issues with them. Now, someone on my Discord did say that it looks like they had a faulty one, and I feel bad recommending it if they had a faulty one, but I've never had a faulty one, and I have 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, and then I have one Did You Know. But I've never had a faulty one. They have a nice little button on the side for turning on and off. They do have make this click noise, and what that does is that's the relay turning on and off, I guess. But when they make that click noise, someone asked me is there any way to get rid of that? It's really annoying, and I don't know of any way because that's killing power to the LEDs. So, yeah. So these Atom controllers I absolutely love, and then these a lot of people have been asking me. I didn't really address this. I should have. I'm gonna put a link to my LED video in the description. But these leads, so they go from bare wire to DC female. These leads, you want 18 gauge. 18 gauge can handle 15 amps, I believe. So you want 18 gauge. You use less than 18 gauge, you're gonna have some problems. They'll get hot probably. So even if you can go a bigger wire than that, so 16 or whatever, that'd be good. I don't know if they sell 16, but yeah, I found a link to these and I could put them. I'll put a link if anyone is interested. Just let me know in the chat if you want one in the chat, and I'll put one in. But yeah, so we have that. So then the other thing we have is I think that's it for that. Okay, yeah. Oh, then the power supply, and I mentioned this. This is a 15 amp. So this is a 5 volt 8 amp, but I typically would use a 15 amp for something this large or larger, just because there's a lot of LEDs. Now, when you buy these, like for example on this one, when you buy this, it's going to tell you max power. So it says 76 watts, 76.8, so 77 watts. I don't know if you can see that. The camera's garbage, but 77 watts, then you just divide that by your voltage, 5 volts, to get how many amps it requires. And then make sure that whatever connector you're using can handle that current. Now again, that's at full brightness, max brightness. Now what's cool about the 6812s, which I don't have a strip here, I already have one set up, but I just installed. But what's cool about the 6812s is they have their own white. So when you're using white, you're not actually using red, green, and blue at full brightness. You're using white. Its own separate LED, so that'll save you some power. All right, so let me show you guys. I'm gonna switch back to sharing my web browser here. Okay, so one thing that I would mention that you might want to check out is this JSON API. So this is where I figured out, and I'm not seeing anyone else I'm not seeing anyone else using this. I haven't seen any videos. So now I've given away the secret, and probably someone's gonna make a video, but whatever. I'm not seeing other people use this API. So pretty much what this is it allows you via HTTP to send messages to WLED. And if you don't know, with command line switches in Home Assistant, you can send a HTTP message. So pretty much with switches, you can control what these which every single LED. So if you go to JSON API here, it gives you a bunch of information. You could set brightness, all this stuff per segment, all segments, all this stuff. But what we're really interested here is we're interested in the turning or per segment individual LED control. Okay, so this whole section, what it talks about is that if you have like for our application, you should just have one segment, the whole strip, the whole grid. And then what you do is you individually set, each pixel, each LED in that strip. So let's say you split your 300 LED strip into two segments. You'll now have 150 LEDs and 150 LEDs. So the first segment's going to have LEDs 0 through 149, and the second segment's going to have 0 through 149. So when you are doing this API, you are going to identify the LED by that ID. So the ID, you'll have like 2 zeros and 2 ones and 2 twos, and you'll have two segments. So you'll identify segment and LED. What I decided to do with the API was I decided to with my grid is to do what I did was I just did one segment. The entire thing is one segment. You could do every row as a segment. I think someone was asking about skipping rows. You could do every row as a segment, but what I do is one segment, and then you can identify each one of these. So 0 through 255. So that's what I'm doing with this. And what it does is it shows you, if you look here in the documentation, let me know if it's too small or anything. I can zoom in, but that's not what I want. Okay. But what it shows is that you identify the segment, and then I think it's just if there's only one segment, you do one, or it might be this is the identifier. No, that's not. I forget how you identify which segment. But what you do is you specify. Here's the example you want to follow. LEDs 0 through 8. Here's the color. Then you skip to LEDs 10 through 18. Here's the color. Okay, so when you're playing around with this, if you do, the one thing you want to remember is that if I say 0 through 8 are, what is this, red? Okay, this is the start LED and this is the stop. That means that this LED will not be red. If you want this one to be red, number 8, you would have to say 0 through 9. So let's say you say 0 through 8 is red. So that means only 0 through 7 are red. Then what you want to do is, and see, this is actually, yeah, that's actually correct, the first 8 LEDs. But what you want to do is, you would say like 8 through 18. So the start LED is 8 here. Then blue, 8 would be blue. So that's something you want to keep in mind. So yeah, I don't know. That's basically how the API works. So what I'll do is I'm going to share my program. I made an Excel program that allows you to program these, and I'll post that so you guys can see. So what I'll show you now is I'm going to do top down. I'll show you some of the shapes you can make. It's pretty sweet. So that's what I'll show you. Just give me a sec here. Let me just switch to top down. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So let's get this strip set up. So that should be the top there. I kind of forget. I think that's the top right there. But you can see this here. And I'll try turning off some lights and stuff to try to help. I'm not sure if that's even going to help, but we'll try that. So I made switches. And in fact, I'll show them in a second. But I made switches in Home Assistant. And then what you can do is you could just turn the switch on, and it's going to show the shape. So let me just pull that up. And there's a couple things you have to know also about how these work. Let me just pull up these switches. Okay, so, all right. So we got a couple switches here. So there's one I made last night. So I'm going to turn it on now. So you can't really see that, unfortunately. But if I do this, you can see it's an apple before the brightness gets to be too much. So you can see that's an apple. And actually it might be easier if I just show it. I'm going to try and show it right here. Right on the regular camera. All right, so look at that. You can see the apple. So that's pretty sweet. So trying to keep it dark in here. I don't know what's going to happen if I do this. All right, so you can see that apple. That's pretty sweet. So there's tons of these that you can do. So it's all, you are identifying every single pixel and every single what every single color is. And there's some orange, some red, and there's some white, right? You see. All right, so let's do another one now. I'll show you. So I made this one last night, one of my favorites, a banana. So for scale. So yeah. Yeah, filibuster. Yeah, I know there's other ways to do this. I'm sure there's better, but and Apple's definitely I definitely prefer Android myself. I have an iPhone for work. That's it. So then, like, this is one I showed on my TikTok, which is like blowing up for some reason, and you can't even see that. But that's a Home Assistant logo. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to see that. A lot of white. Did this one. So there's a lot of cool ones you could do. Smiley face. So there's a lot of really cool stuff you could do. I even did this one at the end of my TikTok video. Subscribe. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do. And so how I had to do this was I had to develop I'm gonna put that down. So I had to develop a software. Okay, I guess not a software, more of a little program in Excel. So I'm going to show you that if I can. But first, let me show you the switches. So I'm going to show you the switches and how they work here. Let me share my web browser here. Okay. So what I have, you can see, is a bunch of switches here. I'm going to turn this light on too. So I have a bunch of switches there. And each one of them is the switch for that image. So it's just a static image. There's no animation there. And one of the things that you have to understand with this too is that if I were to go ahead and set an effect in WLED, that thing gets wiped out. So the API allows you to set pixel brightnesses and colors, but that's it. After that, if any other effect is triggered, boom, it's off. So, and then you have to return that switch on again. So it's just something to note that if you're doing this, it's not the best. I think they could develop it more, but like people have been telling me, fast LED and stuff like that. And I think NeoPixel, they can do that. So that's stuff I'm going to look into, obviously, but it's just cool you can do it with WLED and also use it for the normal WLED effects. I'm not sure what you mean by filibuster by other people's work. I mean, my stuff you could have. I'll put up my Discord and you can have it. So yeah, that's fine there. But I'm not sure about other people's. You can't really. There's no way that I know of to get someone else's pixel art and convert it. So I'm gonna try to pull up this program that I set up, and the problem is that it is a little bit tedious to do. And I'll kind of show you what I'm doing, and if you laugh at it, you laugh at it. It's gonna take a sec to pull up, but it's the only way I know of to do it. But yeah, you can see if you open up one of these switches, you have on off. And that's an assumed state. It just assumes when you turn it on that it's on. And what I've done is I've set the off command. Oh, I can show you. Let me show you this. Hold on a sec. I'm going to show you the actual commands in Home Assistant first while we're waiting. Okay. So in Home Assistant, so making sure there's no passwords in this config. Shouldn't be. Okay. So in Home Assistant, you have a command line switch. Again, I will put this in my GitHub if you're interested, so you will not have to, figure this out yourself, and you can just have any of these shapes that I've made. So what you have here is you have a command line switch, so you can see that. Now, what this is doing is setting a command on and a command off. So this curl command is what you're sending. This, they give you how to set this up. So you're doing a post message, and then it is the API or the IP of your LED, WLED controller, JSON state, and then this -D, which I don't know all this stuff. I'm not a programmer. And then on true, you're saying turn on. You're saying set the brightness to 100, and then filibuster. I'm not sure if there's a repository. I couldn't find one. I didn't do a ton of searching, but I couldn't find one. But you can see that you set the brightness here to 100, which I might change that, drop that down. But the brightness, that would be out of 255, I believe. So it's not super bright. And then this is identifying the segment. And I think it's just seg with nothing after because there's only one, but I could be wrong. I have to look at the documentation again. And then that's saying individual LED color. And then here's what you're doing. You're going through. So LEDs 0 through 6 are off. 5 through 12 are 255, right? So whatever it is, that's kind of how you do it. So once you, so I guess that'd be, I don't know what that is. But anyway, once you go through all those, set those all up. And look how far over this goes. So it's every single pixel. So because it's every single pixel, you're gonna have to make sure that when you're doing this, that you're capturing every single pixel. That's why I made this program, which I'll show you in a second if I can, how this works. But so anyway, there's a ton of pixels there, and then the command off. What I do is on is false. You're literally just turning off. You're just turning off the strip. So I made a bunch of switches here, and then they all show up. So like this one is the new Make It Work logo that I kind of rolled out at 10,000, quietly rolled out at 10,000 subscribers. But yeah, so if we were to, I don't know if I can click that now. Let me see. I will, I'm gonna pull up another one here. So yeah, if I were to click that one, you would see the new logo. So I'll do that. I'll do a top down. Let me switch to that. So it's pretty cool that you can, do this kind of stuff. Let me, oops. So it says sub there. Again, sorry it's hard to see, but it's just like, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn the switch on. Do this. And you'll see. Oh, so see this? What happened here is you can't really see here too well, but it's a mix of both images. So the other one didn't clear because I didn't actually set the LEDs in the middle. Like I don't put in zeros for off. I didn't even set them. I just didn't address them. It left it. So what you probably want to do in the command is have a turn off and then a turn on. I'm guessing that's what you want to do. But anyway, you can see that that's the new logo, the lightning bolt. But anyway, so let me just share my web browser again. Yeah, so you can see here, it's just this switch right here. All you're doing, I don't know why it's just these switches. So the Apple is just an on and off. That's all it is. So that's how you do that. It's actually pretty simple. I'm going to try to figure out here how to share my my little janky Excel sheet, and I'm going to clean it up before I share it. Let's see if I can do that. Let me see if I can add a source here. Give me a minute. Apologize. Okay. So I don't know if you guys, yeah, you guys should be able to see that. So this is what I did. So here are, I'm moving something. So here you can see I have some images that I found online. That's what I used to make the banana and the apple. And obviously, look at this nice variation in color here. The LEDs can't achieve that. And these are ecos, but LEDs just can't achieve the same, obviously, as a screen like this. So more contrast is better. So like the difference between these two LEDs, probably not going to show much of anything. But yeah, so that's how that works. So if you go to grid code, all this crazy code, but all what it spits out this long strip, as you can see here, of LED commands. And all you do is copy and paste this into your switch. That's all you do. Copy and paste this into your switch. So eventually I'll make it so it spits out the curl command, and literally all you do is copy and paste. And that'll be sweet. But for now, what I do that. So I put all these in. Pretty much Excel identifies what color it is and gives you an RGB value. So I actually save the ones I do over here. I'm starting to, so that if I ever want to get them again, I can. And that's like saving pixel art. But then when I share this with people, you don't have to make your own. You'll have some there. So again, it's not too bad. So how you actually do this? What I do is I start with I'll just start with no fill, right? And what I do, you literally just fill in. So you literally fill in, whatever colors you want with the Excel fill tool, and then yeah, it'll translate that into grid code. So anyway, that's that. It's not super clean, so I'm gonna actually not show that anymore. But I did want to just show that quick how that works. But yeah, so that's the WLED individually addressing LEDs, and I think that's pretty sweet. Let's see what else I was going to bring up next. Yeah, and if you have any questions about that, we can always jump back to it. Other thing I want to just bring up, just to let you guys know, is some of the stuff I'm working on next. So a couple of things that I'm working on. One of the things is I'm going to be doing some more comparisons, because I know you guys are pretty into the comparisons. So I'm going to be doing smart bulb comparisons, and I tell you what, I think one of the top smart bulbs, in my opinion, is going to be this guy. So that's the SwitchBot bulb, and I'm telling you, the reason why is because I have never seen such good color out of a bulb. I have never seen such good color, and the fact that it's Bluetooth, so how easy is that to add to Home Assistant? Super easy now. And if you haven't seen, for $7 on AliExpress, you can get an Atom or a M5 stack Atom Light. And actually, Bearded Tinker is the one who showed me this. And what you do is you just need 5 volts power, like USB power. Plug it in, to your computer first. Flash it. It's like a couple clicks. You flash it, and then 5 volts power. Plug it anywhere in your house, somewhere hidden, and this thing will pick up Bluetooth devices and have them talk to Home Assistant through ESP Home. So super cool. So now stuff like Bluetooth stuff like this is so easy to pick up, and your range is how many $7 M5 stack Atom lights can you afford, pretty much. But you can put these all around your house. So I have one in my bedroom, which is way upstairs and across the hall from this office. And so I can pick up all my SwitchBot curtains and any of that stuff. So tell you what, I think this is going to be one of the top ones. Yeah, so, but again, I've only tested a few. But yeah, what I will do is I will do a bulb comparison video. I'm going to include hue, even though I hate to spend that much money, like $50 for a bulb. I want to include nano leaf because that should work now, I believe. Yeah, so that's something that I definitely want to show. Uh, I just got a question from Chris. Matter protocol I have not messed with. Honestly, I was one of those, I'm just gonna wait till it's fully working people. I did do that Matter workshop they had a long time ago. But I don't know, I just putting time into something that's like that wasn't quite fully, working. As you can see with my videos, a lot of times I'm finding ways to work around things, but just reviewing things at work. So I haven't. I'll look into it more now that it's a little more developed, and the official Matter release and stuff. So I will look at it, but I haven't even really thought about that actually. But as far as an Atom video, sorry, I'm inclined to just make a TikTok because it's so simple. It's like I did it in 20 minutes, and but I could make a video. It's not too bad. Also, I can show how simple it is, but the hardest part was flashing, and it was just making sure that your computer picked it up, and then you flash it. So, but yeah, I could probably make a video about that, but I'm blown away by how easy it is for Bluetooth devices. And if you guys saw my I did like a automated flower watering system. I had to go with an RF moisture sensor because no Zigbee or Bluetooth, or I couldn't find any Z-Wave would reach outside to my flower bed. And now it's like I could put a Bluetooth range extender, one of these proxies, I guess you call it, Bluetooth proxy. I could put that right near my flower garden. So it just changes everything. I don't think I try to stress that in my SwitchBot video. I don't think people understand how much Bluetooth has changed. And when I did my temperature sensor video, that was the first video where there were Bluetooth devices I could look at that I realized you could do Bluetooth. But now Bluetooth contact sensors, Bluetooth, all the smart buttons, probably all the things I looked at. Now it's like there's a bunch more I could have looked at. But yeah. Yeah, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, I think Matter. I mean, Matter is if I need it, I will. I mean, Zigbee's supposed to keep working. Z-Wave's supposed to keep working. I bought all Z-Wave switches for my house, but they're dependable. Like they just go for me. So I bought Zoos. So I don't know why I would switch to Matter, but or start buying Matter devices, I guess. But yeah. So so Bluetooth, like again, like this now this SwitchBot what do you call it? I guess Meter Plus. Look at this, 80 degrees in here. That's what happens when you have lights on. But I would definitely be using this. Would have been using it way earlier if I'd known about Bluetooth. But I mean that's the way to go. And I wouldn't be buying cheapo, don't work that great Zigbee temperature sensors. So yeah, there's definitely a few things I want to look at. I also do. I don't know if you guys are interested. I know there's videos out there, but I like to do my own take on things sometimes. Flashing a Sonoff S31. It's so easy to do. It's unbelievably easy. And it just, flash it with Tasmota. Speaking of, I have a shirt that's called Just Flash It with Tasmota. If you guys want a cool shirt, I think that's one of my favorites. But yeah, if you guys want me to show you my store, just let me know in the comments. I can show you what I got. But yeah, so the other thing I wanted to bring up too, for comparisons is, and I haven't done this yet, is smart switches. So this is the Innovelli Blue series, which I bought, and I'm like, oh, it's upside down. I bought it, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to test this out. I haven't had a chance to even, I opened it, I think. That's it. And I really want to check this out because I love the Innovelli, the other switches they have. So I'll compare their Z-Wave. This is Zigbee, by the way. This Innovelli Blue is Zigbee. But compare the Z-Wave, their Zigbee, and I'll compare a bunch of other ones. Any of them, like I think Martin Jerry, isn't the name of it? Martin Jerry makes a pre-flashed switch with Tasmota, which is awesome. I mean, that stuff needs to be more popular. So, yeah, I definitely want to show some of that stuff. So, smart switches coming up. That's going to be a little while. Smart bulbs, that'll be the next comparison I do. I'm excited to try out Nanoleaf. I've never tried it. But this stuff gives me a really good excuse to try out the products. And then, like I said today with the locks, giveaways if I don't have an application for it in my house. But also, then if you guys don't understand, those Amazon links that I put in the videos, it's free for you guys. It doesn't cost you anything to use those links. But if you do, I get a commission. And that helps just fund my next comparison video. So I net zero, but yeah, it helps out. So sorry. So Spencer, you're saying have I done Hyperion? I have not done Hyperion, and I think those run on don't you need a Raspberry Pi for that? And if so, I think the reason, if you do, that's the reason why I hesitated, because they're so hard to get. I have 0 spares right now because I have one running OctoPi or Octoprint, and then I have one for a test Home Assistant, and I think I have one other one somewhere else. But yeah. Have I tried the NS Panel Pro with developer mode on? Since I installed it and followed the guides, my NS Panel Pro doesn't show any available updates from sign off. Hey, I hate to say this. I mentioned last time, not sure if you were here, but I have an NS Panel. I never touched it. So, I think you might have been here last time. Yeah. So yeah, TE Dev. I will have to look at that. So you turn on developer mode and now you don't get updates. And I'm guessing the support isn't super great for that. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know, other than if you just flash it with ESP Home, I think you can do, and maybe that's good enough. Oh, so you did flash it. Okay. I haven't touched that. Chris, you asked about have you done any videos on indoor or outdoor cameras that work over RTSP or other protocol that doesn't force me to tie into a cloud service? I will do a comparison someday. So here's what I do, okay? Because cameras are expensive, I can't afford to buy them all. I'll reach out to, if I see one, just so you guys know, like us creators who, have more than 1,000 subscribers, pretty much, we are getting emails every single day from Chinese companies saying, check out my camera. And most of them have cloud requirements. So every time I just say, does it support RTSP? That's what I ask. If they say no, I just say I'm not interested. But every time I ask. So there's a couple companies that they do support. And I'll say, if you send it to me, I'll say, if you send the camera to me, then I'll take a look at it. And but I can't guarantee. So if they send it to me and I gather enough cameras, then I can buy the few I don't have and try to do a comparison. But Reolink RTSP is great. Reolink, no cloud required. It is super nice. And that's why I just did that Reolink Duo video. That is one of my favorite cameras I've ever looked at. I'm telling you. It is super nice. And they were on sale when I was looking at them. I'm telling you what, that is a sweet camera. I'm going to get a second one for the front of my house, I think. And it's 180-degree field of view. But my problem is, Chris, and Ted Ev, I'll get back to your comment. My bad. But my problem is that I have not, I don't really have any skill when it comes to comparing image quality. I'm not that great. So that's my issue. I'm not sure the best way to do it. Ted Ev, yeah. So as far as that NS panel, yeah, the Pro, my bad. Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't checked out the Pro, and that stinks because it was Android, so it wasn't and check out Blackadder, and you can even reach out to him on Twitter if you don't know him or don't follow him. He flashes and takes a look at everything and messes with everything you can think of. So I would check out his Twitter. You can even try to tweet at him and see if he'll respond, because he might be able to help you with that. I know he's done a lot of work, I think, with the Pro and the original. So he may be able to get around that for you. Hey, BT, what's going on? BT, one of the channel members. What a legend. Thanks for joining. Guys, if you haven't seen Bearded Tinker's channel, which I'm sure you have if you've seen mine, check his out. He's got a lot of great tutorials, and he does Saturday live streams, which are pretty awesome. You'll see me on those live streams. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Wise. Wise V1 and V2. I'm not sure because I have the Wise V2. I have one right outside the door, and I just flashed them. They took away the firmware that was downloadable, that you could flash that firmware onto the Wise V2. But I have a copy of it, and I'll put it in my Discord if you want it. And then you have a copy of it, and the same thing. Just you got to put it on the SD card, pop it into the Wise V2. But the Wise V2 still does have it's still flashable. I just did it, I want to say a month ago, unless they changed something. But V3, I'm not sure about. But yeah, V2, I just bought 3 black V2s on like a sale, and flashed them, and that's so sweet. So Wise is one of my most used cameras because of that. Anytime, BT, anytime. So, yeah, Chris, if you I'll try to just pop, if you hop on my Discord after this, I will try to remember to give you that. Let me just see. I'm gonna put my Discord in the chat again, if you guys need it. Yeah, so they a year ago or so, they maybe longer, they took away that firmware for the Wise V2. And I was like, no, and then I found it in my downloads, and it still works great. So no matter what firmware they ship with, it seems to work. So anyway, check that out. Join my Discord if you want, and I'll remind me, and I'll put a link in there. Also, just so you guys know, I have in my Discord, I have you guys saw in the waiting screen, that Home Assistant like wallpaper. I have those all in my Discord, free to download. I have a bunch of different colors, so if you're interested in those. All right, so check that out. If you want to see my Discord, it's kind of a fun place. So for any of you who missed, I apologize. We were just talking about the WLED matrix, how you can make things like apples, stuff like that. So either watch back, or if you have questions, ask questions, and I'll answer them now. So yeah, if you have any questions about WLED, ask away. So upcoming videos, I wanted to compare those bulbs. I wanted to do smart switches. I think there was one other type of device I wanted to look at. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at doorbells. I know the Hookup just did one, but I'm gonna still do my own. And then probably doorbells, and that might be it. But what I'm gonna do, I have 2 other videos kind of using the information. Hey, what's going on, Lucas? Thanks for joining. One of the things I want to do is all this time has gone by since I made my smart button videos. What buttons do I use the most? I mean, here's one of the main ones. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the Smart Things button. Even though the batteries aren't great. The Shelly, that lasted forever. So I kept using it even though I didn't recommend it. And that has lasted. The battery lasted for a long time. And you just plug it into USB to charge it. So, Bearded Tinker, I wouldn't know. I've never used ESP Home. Everyone's trying to get me to use ESP Home. Maybe I will one of these days. Miko, hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for the congrats. Appreciate it. Filibuster, yeah, those home security systems. That is a good idea. That's a good idea to try to use those home security systems, see how they work. And honestly, the only way that's going to happen, because they're kind of expensive, I think. I'll look into prices. But the only way that's going to happen is based on how revenue of my channel, merch store, all that stuff does. Or if one of them will send it to me for a review, then I'll do it. But it's just kind of hard to justify buying it, and then you're like at a loss and you never use it again. but I definitely would love to, because I actually bought off of someone might even be here, I don't know, but someone's suggestion. I bought this after I made my motion sensor video. Someone suggested the Ring motion sensor, and I think it's really good looking. It's got dust all over it. I haven't touched it in forever, but it is really good looking, and it's actually one of my favorite looking motion sensors. It doesn't look good, so yeah. I would love to do that, so I'll take a look at that. Filibuster, yeah. Thanks, appreciate that about the Home Assistant yellow. Yeah, I love it. I just haven't just decided to switch to it. Because I have the Home Assistant blue, which I like. I like the best of any hub because of how good it looks. But when Matter becomes like a main thing, it's gonna be hard not to because of that built-in chip. So, and the fact that you can put a Z-Wave, radio right inside. And I do have that Z-Wave radio right inside my Home Assistant yellow, which is up on the shelf, and I have it as a test system. In fact, I could pull that up. Here, I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see what everyone's saying here. Sorry, guys. Eric, you're saying you may be using WLED for some under cabinet lighting in my kitchen. How do I know when I need to consider power injection? Okay, so I'll just tell you, there's one of the best videos I've ever seen on LEDs is by the hookup, and I'll try to put a link somewhere. Oh, I have it linked in my WLED video that I made a few months ago. I have it linked in the description. Check that video out because he compares all the strips. He actually strings them out in a long line and shows you the voltage drop. So the reason why you need power injection is for voltage drop. And what you'll see is that if you put it all on bright white, you'll see it start to turn yellow as it gets toward the end of the strip. And that's because it's just running out of voltage. And you need to inject. So I would suggest, all the strips I've done, like the one on the door that you guys saw in that video, that one has some voltage drop. Now, I never use full brightness to full color, but I did mention in there you could have voltage drop. So you can either inject halfway, but definitely inject before your second, 5 meters, you better inject again. And I'd recommend injecting halfway if you want to have that full brightness, no drop. But definitely inject before your next strip, which if you've seen those strips, they have at the beginning of the strip, they have the 2 wires for power injection. I would say inject halfway. Let's see. Hold on, I got to read some of these. There's a lot of comments here. With regards to WLED, how do you set it up that after you have a power cut to keep the LED power? I see. Yeah, because when the power goes off, let me test it. Let's test that. All right. Watch the webcam. Let's see. All right, we're going to kill power to this. And then power killed. All right, let's check the settings. We can check the settings, right? Let me see. Let me get into WLED. We'll check. I'll share my screen. We'll check that. We're going to do. All right. So let me switch to. Keep reading these comments. Thanks, BT. Yeah, BT's probably got more experience than I do with this stuff, so feel free to ask him questions here. Okay, cool. So LED preferences. So we'll do that. Config LED preferences. And let's see. Turn LEDs on after power up reset. Uncheck. I agree. I don't want that. Save. All right, we're doing live testing. We're doing live testing. So, all right, here we go. Ready? Power off. Power on. That's what we like. All right, sweet. So there's another thing that I should cover in my next video. So just so you guys know, I'm going to switch back to sharing my browser. So just so you guys know, I'm working on a WLED part 2, like an intermediate, where I'm going to go over, you can see here, I'm going to go over colors, effects, segments, presets. I will mention how to connect directly to She Who Shall Not Be Named, which is somewhere in here. So I will I will be talking about all that stuff. And I mean, shout out to Dr. Z's, which everyone, Chris, yeah, you never know with the live demo. They almost always go wrong. But yeah, so huge shout out to Dr. Z's. I mean, he's like the grandfather of Home Assistant and the grandfather of WLED. But his videos have gotten pretty outdated. And now he does more like live streams going over it. So I'm going to do some dedicated videos. I think it'll be helpful for everyone. But yeah, I'm going to talk about how you set up all these nodes, the peak that someone showed me actually. But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff. Here's a question. If I do that, hold on. So if I do that, if I do peak like that, does the Home Assistant logo show up when I send the WLED? Let's see, peak. It does. Look at that. So how cool is that? When you do peak, you see that. That's the Home Assistant logo, but unwrapped, kind of. So that's very cool. I like that. Yeah. So there's a lot of cool things you could do in here. Some of the things like the effects. So did you guys know? Okay. I want to see if it's here. No, it's a WLED GitHub. So yeah. So the Atom, ATHOM, Eric, the Atom controller, power injection you don't do to the controller. You only do to the oh, I see what you're saying, from the controller. No, so yeah, you need, with the Atom, you're going to need a separate power injection or to tie multiple wires to that. Hold on, I got to find this. So you're going to need to tie like multiple wires to those terminals, I would guess. And then bring those, like you have to add extra wires here. I've never done it. I should do that for my second one. I'm gonna do that. I'll do that for the second video. Yeah. So my guess is you have to tie. So there's voltage, ground, the white and the red. You're gonna have to tie two wires here, and run them all the way to where your strip is, and then tie them in here. Tie them in here. So that's my guess. That's my guess what we have to do. And I don't know if anyone else has used the Atom, but yeah, that's what I guess will have to happen. So I want to show you guys this. This is something super cool that you are going to I think you guys will like, and that is there's a lot of information on this knowledge website, but WLED website. But what I want to show you was effects and palettes. This is super cool. So look at this. This shows you how those palettes look, right? Using like red, blue, green as the main colors. So you can see, and it also tells you what the intensity slider does. So if you remember WLED, there is effect speed, and then that message just popped up because I just disconnected and reconnected it. But this effect intensity, it's going to tell you, oh, that's not what I wanted. It's gonna. That's not either. I was gonna talk about that too. So it's good. This will tell you what they do. The smoothness, number of rainbows, very cool. So that's like a really handy one to use. Okay, so this is a really good reference. So I'll link this if you guys are interested. Of course, I'm always gonna have this in the video that's coming up. Okay, so one other thing I want to show you. This will be video number 3 for WLED, but is this. So this guy, I'm going to shout him out, Sixy here, developed this like thing that like container or diffuser that works with this grid that I'm using. And what it does is see this like lattice, I'll call it. They call it a grid. It directs all the light straight forward. So you only see the light coming straight forward out of the LED. And then over top of it is, and this is made for a ESP 8266 that will actually sit inside of here somewhere, but I'm just using Atom, so I might have to adapt it. But what it does is this allows you to put the diffuser over top of it, and what you get is this sweet look where you see individual squares. That is cool. So I may end up using NeoPixel for this kind of stuff later on, like they're mentioning, because of the individual, like, because I think there's more control there. But I will get this diffuser and I'll try it out. So I'm going to try with transparent filament, and then I'm going to try with white filament, and see how this looks. So I'll do some pixel art there, and I'll show that in my second video if I can get the print to work. But my printer is acting up. I think I need to reset it up. So yeah, that'll be super cool. But you can see there's all kinds of things you can do. The only thing I have not gotten into, guys, and I'm not sure if you guys have looked into this, is user mods. I started looking into it. No one has made a good video. So when I figure out user mods, I mean, actually, sorry, maybe Quindor has. I don't know. But when this happens, I will, or when I figure these out, I will make a video about it. But my next video is going to go over some of these preferences, the PC mode where you can see all this stuff, how to add segments. There's actually a setting where instead of start and stop LED, you say start LED and then how long it is. So yeah, so I'm going to cover a lot of that stuff in this next video. I'm most of the way done with the script. Nodes, what other LED nodes are there, stuff like that. So I will show all that. Yeah, with the Atom, yeah, Eric, I'll definitely do some power injection. I didn't think of that. I appreciate you bringing that up, because that is like an intermediate level thing, and it's not too bad. But yeah, I'll test it out with the Atom. I'll let you know if tying it in here works or what else I need to do. So we'll test that out. Now, just remember that the Atom has a limit. It has a 16 amp limit. So you might want to get a totally separate power injection, because you can only pull so much with the Atom. So that's the concern you'll have with a bunch on one strip, is that limit. There's only so much current you can pull through. And that, remember, I showed in that first video how to set that up. So do be careful of that. And it may be better to have separate controllers. And one of the things I'm going to show in this next video is the syncing option. I'm going to turn that off. But you can sync other devices so they all work together. So there may be a way to do that. Also, you can send, in a switch, you can send multiple commands, right? So you could send a command that says, turn this array of pixels on this color and this array on this color. So it may be better just to use different controllers, Eric, but yeah, so we'll have to look into that. Transparent filament, Chris is saying. So you used inserts. I'd love to see that. Chris, if you pop on my Discord, if you want to send pictures, I have a share your projects Discord, and I would love to see this stuff, because it's a really cool spot to just share whatever you're working on, especially WLED. I would put it in the WLED channel. I think that's probably the best spot to put it. But yeah, if you want to join and share, that'd be super cool to see. But yeah, that's cool. I think diffusing is what makes it cool. And I showed. My TikTok is like blown up. I have like 13,000 views, which is like crazy, because I normally have like, okay, sweet, Chris, that sounds good. But if you check this out, so we'll just turn this on. I'm gonna send what logo? What should I send? I'll send a banana. So let's send a banana. See, it sometimes messes up. You gotta send again, which is weird. I'll show that in the video though. So that's a banana. You can't really see it very well, but you can diffuse it, and diffusing makes it look so much better. So, like what we're talking about diffusing, rookie move is to have LEDs where you can see them. Like, I think it was the hookup talks about girls on TikTok with their LED strips where you can see the LEDs. Rookie move. You should be using a diffuser. And I should make a TikTok video about that. But diffuser is what looks good. Oh, Chris, that's super cool. So I don't have the chat up here. I should put it. But Yeah, so Chris is saying that has on call. That's what I want. That's exactly what I was going to do with this one. I was gonna put a on call, so everyone knows, hey, I'm gonna call. Don't bother me. Yeah, that's super cool. Or I was gonna put on air if I'm doing a live stream, and that'll help just let my family know, hey, I'm on the live stream. When it's over, I can turn it off. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You could have that triggered, yeah, by whatever you want, like you mentioned, like your microphone being used or whatever. So if anyone hasn't seen Lewis's Everything Smart Homes video on Hass Agent, check that out. That's a really great way to know when your microphone's being used and any of that stuff. So definitely check out Hass Agent, his video on that. Okay, so there's pretty much that. What else? Is there anything else I wanted to show before the giveaway? And I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I'm going to do this giveaway here because I thought I could see the number of participants, but I can't see all the participants. So I kind of need, I don't know if BT's still here. I kind of need his advice on how to do that. So, yeah, so we're going to have to figure this out. Maybe everyone's going to have to put a random number in the chat, and then we'll use a random number generator. And if you don't want to, if we get to that number, like between 1 and 10, I guess, I don't know. Okay, yeah, Chris, you use Hass Agent. Yeah, that is awesome. That's super cool. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Let me look to see if there's a good way to do this. But yeah. So the other thing I could say is, so how we'll do this is whoever does win the a lock, you'll have to join Discord. That's the easiest way, or send me a message on Twitter or whatever, and I can get your information and ship it to you. So I gotta look at that, how we're gonna do this, because what I'm looking at is I can't see all the participants in the stream, so I can't. It only shows, like, the only person I see is Chris as a participant. But yeah. So if you guys are, how can I do this? Maybe a better way is, okay, how about this? If you are interested in getting one of the locks, just put a comment saying I'm interested, like right now, in the chat, and what I'll do is I'll see all the messages, and then we'll number them 1 through whatever, and I'll do a random number generator. That's going to have to be how it is, because I'm not sure of another way to do it. So if you guys could right now, I'll give you like 2 minutes. Put in I'm interested, and I will count the number, and then we'll do the random number generator. And then pretty much the first person I pick, you get to pick which lock you want. The second person I pick, you get to pick between the last two. Third one, you get a free lock. And so, these are used, like I mentioned. I mean, I use them in my video, but they're all functioning, just so you know, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, it's free. So throw it away if you don't want it. Sell it on Facebook Marketplace, whatever. So like I mentioned, the locks are going to be the Level, the Ultra Lock, my favorite, and the August, which, as I understand, you can control this with Bluetooth locally. So try that out. So again, don't make that your only choice, because if it doesn't work, I never tried it. Filibuster wants the Ultra Lock. All right, so the only other thing, guys, is I would just want to mention Ultra Lock is sending me their Pro version, and I'm going to do a video on that. So if you're interested, if you're looking at buying locks, you saw my video, just wait, like, it's going to be like a month, but I will do a video on that. It's got the fingerprint, plus it's Z-Wave, so, you might want to wait for that. But, okay, so let me see. I got a bunch of I'm interesteds. I'm going to have to count them. All right, let me see. I'll give it like 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna note them all. Okay. I'm gonna put them in a Google Keep Note is what I'm gonna do. And then we'll do the random number generator. and then we will decide. And I can keep doing this if this is something you guys find fun, just a chance of getting a lock. I can keep doing this for, I mean, honestly, I have a ton of leak sensors that I have tons of leak sensors. So I can always return some of them, or I can always give away some of them. So let me start taking down these names here. I know this is very unprofessional. So Eric, and then we will see. All right, have fun, BT. Yeah, everyone, check out Bearded Tinker's stream after mine. He'll be so YouTube comments picker. I've never used that, so I'm not sure. So anyway, this will have to work. So hold on, can't see what I'm doing. Wait, is this the real Chris Evans in the chat? Okay. Oh man, hey, Cape Town, South Africa, Spencer's. Listen, I'm gonna try. If not, we'll figure something out. We will figure something out. Hey, if it's doable, I'll ship. It's the least I can do for you guys joining. And let's see. Okay, let me see. We got almost 10. Let me see. I'm going to have spelled some of these wrong, but okay. Do we have a 10th? Bearded Tinker didn't say he was interested, so. All right, so. Wait, did I get first person? Oh, I missed one. Okay. Almost missed Robin. Whoa. Okay. All right, I didn't spell everyone's name right. My apologies. Okay. Looks like that's it. So I'm just going to I just want a quick check to see if everyone who commented was in this. Okay, so Eric, so Robin, Eric, HD, Chris, Jan, can't pronounce that, sorry, Spencer's, Filibuster, Jeffrey, Mineshelf Pro, Liu. Okay, that's everyone. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put these so you can see them because I think it's fair. I don't know if you can see them. But I'm going to put these up here. I don't know if I can share this. I'll try adding this one so you can see it. It'll be right on top. All right, let me go ahead and add this source. I'm going to add... Okay. All right, you guys can see that, right? Okay. Shoot, I should have added to the other one. Okay, I'm gonna go to share in my web browser, and then I will also add that to it. Okay, existing. Wait, hold on a sec. Okay, you guys can see that. I'll move that over there. All right, so hopefully you can see that. Okay, here we are. So we got 1 and 10. Between 1 and 10, and I'll do the random number generator. You can see how this works between 1 and 10. And I'm going to do this generator, and we're going to see what happens. All right? So this is the first choice. All right, if you win, just you could say right in the chat if you want what you want. Okay? All right. Here we go. Number 4. All right. Jan PGU. All right. So I don't really know how to pronounce your username there. Sorry. But all right, that's the first one. So you got first choice. And so join Discord. Let me know your Jan PGU. And I'm going to need some other way to verify that. Yeah. But all right, Jan PGU. If you want to either that or send me a message on Twitter like right now. All right, if you want to, Jan PGU, if you want to let me know like what Oh man, Ted, did you? Oh, my bad. All right. That's not good. Shoot. Did you put in? I'm interested. All right. Well, we can add you now if you want to join. Let me see though. Although I don't know. That's kind of. All right. Well. All right. Ted, loyal live stream follower. I'll put you in. Okay. Now I got to change it from. I'm gonna put you in place of Jan PGU. Okay. Because he won. All right. Again, guys, this is free, so and I'll be doing more of these. I got leak sensors. Okay, Jan, the options are the August Pro 3, which is a Z-Wave lock, but it doesn't work with Z-Wave, but it has an August Connect. It doesn't work with Home Assistant with Z-Wave very well, but it has an August Connect that makes it Wi-Fi compatible, but it also has Bluetooth, and people have said that you can connect it via Bluetooth. So it's kind of, it's my least favorite of the ones you're looking at. You got the Level Bolt, which works via Bluetooth, but in my experience, if you watch my video, was eh. And then less. The last was the Ultralock, Z-Wave Ultralock U-Bolt, which is my favorite, one of my favorite locks of all time. So again, if you don't have Z-Wave, sorry, you know, that's just how it's gonna be. Okay, I'm gonna add Ted since he's a loyal stream follower. All right, so here we go. All right, next one is gonna be I'm gonna generate one now. So just so you know, Ted is in spot 4. And I don't know. We'll leave spot 4 out. We'll put it in 11, just because. What are the chances you're gonna get? I guess it's random, so the chances are the exact same. But we'll go 1 through 11. All right, so we'll put Ted in there. I don't really know how to pronounce that name. Sorry. So Jan, the last one. So you want Ultralock? All right, you got the best one. I mean, these are free, so either way, whatever, guys. But he did get the best one. All right, we're gonna generate the next one. Nate wants in. All right, do I add Nate too? I guess so. I didn't specify at the beginning of the stream. So what I was gonna do, guys, is I was just going to Nate Bustamante. I was just gonna look and see who's in the stream and be picking. But I don't know how to do that, unfortunately. All right, Nate's on the list, as you guys can see. So we got Ted and Nate added. I gotta change the count, guys. Sorry if you guys feel like this is unfair, but I'm just doing it, you know. Ted, okay, Ted. All right, gotcha. All right, here we go. So 1 through 12, we're gonna do a generate. So the options left are Level Bolt and the August. Guys, either way, it's free. You can just sell it if you want. All right, number 5. What are the chances? All right, number 5 is Spencer's. All the way to Cape Town, South Africa. Okay. All right, here goes. All right, so Spencer's. I'm going to put an X next to you. I'll put Jan here. So Spencer's, you're going to have to hit me up on Discord or Twitter to let me know. But you won the second one. So you get to decide now, if you can, if you're still in the chat, what you want, because I'm gonna do the next one. Oh, Spencer's still in the chat. Oh no. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, we're good here. All right, so Spencer's satellite services. Do we have? You just won, Spencer's. All right, so yeah, so if you could just pick. There's a delay here with the chat. My bad. So yeah, if you could just pick a lock, Level or August, and we'll move on. All right, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? How do we feel? All right, Spencer's. Yeah, if you just let us know. How do we feel about, we added 2 people later? Okay, August. All right, so August is going to Spencer's. Okay, sounds good. Hey, one thing with this Spencer's, you're gonna have to be able to still chat with me because when you get it and you add it to your app, it's gonna ask me to release it. I'm gonna try to release it before I even send it to you, but it may like have you have to release it, so you may have to figure that one out. But just so you know, okay. How do you guys feel about adding one more device to? Actually, I could add more. I could do some more. I might as well add more because I have so much stuff here. Maybe I'll add one more. Let me see. My God. Save that. Okay. I'm gonna add one more. I have a spare one. Honestly, I could. Where is that? Sorry, guys. Just looking to see. And I had two things. So these are something that was sent to me by SwitchBot, but they'll be happy I'm giving this away. So, okay. So, all right, so I have two. Okay, I don't know what you guys think. These are SwitchBot smart plugs. So what these are, they have power monitoring, but not in Home Assistant. So they're pretty much a dumb plug in Home Assistant. They are Bluetooth, and oh, John, I'll add you to the list. Ooh, this list is getting long. All right, so we're doing random number generator. I'll add John. Okay. Yeah, I know. I apologize, filibuster, the massive delay. There's not much you can do here. Okay, so the two smart locks are gone. The level is left, and then we have two smart plugs from SwitchBot, and there's something else that was gonna. There's something else I wanted to give away, but I can't remember what it was. I mean, I have so much stuff here. Now again, this stuff is used, guys. I mean, there's so many leak sensors that I could add those to the list. There's so many leak sensors. Oh, you know what I have? Okay. Sorry, guys. Apologize for this delay here. Just finding. When I put all this stuff, I may have put it somewhere else, but yeah, I just want to. Okay. All right, so I'll do one leak sensor too. That sounds good with you guys. If it doesn't, too bad. All right, let's see. So I will do a. I'll do a link-in leak sensor. So, guys, unfortunately, this doesn't have a box. I may have a box. I'll check to see. So, okay, hold on. Okay, so Miko, you're joining too. All right. Ted. All right. So hold on. Let's see. So, who was that? I'm adding. Oh, Miko. Okay, yeah. So. I'll add Miko. Okay, so, all right, so here we go. We have to change this to 14 now. All right, so here's what we got. We're going to give these away. I'll give these individually away. And then this linked motion sensor. So, guys, this is just stuff that I have that I'm not going to use. I have sitting around, and I might as well. Yeah. So I'll give those away. All right, so let's see. We got, all right, so Ted Ev, you were asking. Ooh, load shedding in Cape Town. What is that? Oh, Leo, you want to join the list? I suppose. Sorry, guys, everyone. Probably people who were on it first have already left. All right. Okay, we're gonna do it now. So this is Leo's the last guy if he's not already on there. Okay. All right. So we're up to 15. All right, 15. So the next one, guys, is the I guess you could choose. You could choose what you want. You want a smart plug, the level bolt, or the leak sensor. Okay. So here we go. Next one is a choice here. I know the chat's delayed. Sorry, guys. I'm going for it. Okay, 1 through 15, you have to choose. Number 9. All right, number 9 is Liu. Okay, Liu. So, level bolt used, of course. The two switch spots are new. You choose one of those, or the Lincoln leak sensor. So, Liu, number 9. So he was number 1. I'm just kind of editing this. The weird way we notate stuff. Okay. I don't know why I'm even doing this. Okay, so let's see. What do we got? There's a massive delay, huh? Okay. All right, so hopefully Liu hasn't left. If he has, we will move on to the next person. Let's give him 10 minutes. No, let's give him... No, we can't give 10 minutes. Liu. I gotta wait because there's a bit of a delay, but I can't wait forever. All right, here's the thing, Liu. I'm gonna give it 1 more minute, and then we're gonna have to move on. Sorry if you waited forever, but it's... I want to keep everyone waiting on a stream where we're just waiting for one person, but... And not your fault at all, but we're gonna have to... There'll be more, and there's gonna be more giveaways, guys. All right, we're gonna have to move on, guys. Unless I see a chat here, I have to move on. So the next person, the next one we're gonna do. So I'm gonna say DQ, disqualified. Again, if I see a chat, 1 minute of silence for Liu. Rip in the chat. All right, so we're gonna have to move on. All right, so next person we're gonna do. Let's see, ready? So 1 through 15 still. If he gets it again. All right, thanks, Chris. I don't have notifications on yet. I will check that out. All right, here we go. The next person is number 8. This seems not random, but I'm going with it. Is Mineshelf Pro. All right. So Mineshelf Pro, are you in the house? Oh yeah, Chris, I hear you. Yeah, when I'm doing a project, I don't like to have to stop and take pictures, but then I'm like, I wish I did. Yeah. Let's give Mineshelf Pro 1 minute, and then we'll move on to the next person. Mineshelf Pro. All right, we'll give him till 11:31 on my clock. Oh, yep, here he is. All right, Mineshelf Pro. What would you like from what we've had? We have bolt. Figured. All right, level bolt it is. All right, that's gone. Just again, join Discord or go on Twitter if you want to send me your address. And we'll do that. Hey, no one else jump on. I hope no one's gonna try to jump on before someone. So do it right away if you can. Then I know it's you. We'll figure that out. But okay, good. So Mineshelf Pro. Okay, so the next one is going to be... Okay, so there's a long delay. Sorry about that, guys. I hate that. I really apologize for that. That's tough. Anyway, we're going to continue on. So next guy, that's a real long delay, I bet, from what you just sent. So anyway. Okay, next guy is... This is going to be... You have the leak sensor or one of the 2 smart plugs. Number 10. Did we already get that? No, Robin. All right. Robin, you get to choose which one you want. All right, Robin, I'm gonna give you till 11:32-ish on mine. I know there's a long delay. I understand. So if you take a minute or two to respond, that's fine. Oh, leak sensor. All right. Okay, sounds good. So Robin gets the leak sensor. I gotta write this down because I'm gonna forget. All right, and then this was Bolt. And again, hit up my Discord as quick as you can. And then Spencer's was August. Oh, all the way in Cape Town. And then Jan was the Ultralock. Good choice. Okay. I'll probably be giving away the Ultralock. I may be giving away, depending on how much I like it, the Ultralock U-Bolt Pro with fingerprint sensor. So we'll see there. Okay. Okay, well, Ted, I guess Robin's got a better stream delay here. Okay, so next person we're gonna do is either, let's set that aside, is one of the switch bots. So we're gonna do that. So boom, number 9. We can't have a repeat number. So boom, number 14. Whoa, Miko. All right, Miko, you got the. Miko, you have a choice between a SwitchBot power switch and a SwitchBot, or a plug and a SwitchBot plug. So one of the two. So Miko, I'll give you a couple of minutes here. Hang on, delay, and then we'll get those sent out. All right, Miko. All right, so you choose. You want the SwitchBot plug or the SwitchBot plug? I assume the plug. So. All right. As soon as I see the response pop up, then I'll go, okay, plug is fine. So the plug is not. All right, so one more plug. So again, these work via the HomeKit, via Wi-Fi, so that's local, and they work via Bluetooth. So the Wi-Fi is much smoother for me, so I would use the Wi-Fi. Okay. All right, last one, guys. Here we go. Number 8. Did we already do number 8? Oh, number 8 again. Already did it. All right, another one. Number 3. We didn't do 3 yet. All right, Chris Evans. All right, I think Chris is still here. Chris Evans, let's see. So Chris won that. All right. So as soon as we get a response from him. Oh, okay. Mindshelf Pro. You don't have to use Discord. Once you use it, you probably will not stop using it because it's super handy. But yeah, you can use Twitter if you want. Whatever. I'll know it's you because you use Twitter, so you can do that. But all right, Chris, you're already on Discord, so if you want to just send me a message on there, let me know. But yeah, guys, definitely join the Discord. All right, we'll stop there now. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna do just the camera. Okay, I'll do random one more time. Sorry, Ted. Oh shoot, I just lost camera feed. Hey, guys, give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. All right. Spencer's, let me drop that in the chat for you. Ted, I'm gonna do random one more time. I'll tell you what it was. Okay. All right. We'll do it one more time. Sharing the web browser again. All right. Let's see if we would have got 11. Oh, 15. Nah, Leo would have won. Live stream's back up. We're all good. All right. So, All right, guys. So that was fun. You guys have any other questions, or if you have any video suggestions, or comparison suggestions? I know someone mentioned about the different security systems that are already out there, how they work. Definitely could do something like that. But expect to see WLED videos coming soon. A few of those. Eric, yes, I was. Yeah, what you do is you take this. I made a video. I made a garbage video about it. In fact, I might just delete the video. But I made a video about how to do it. What you do is you put your SD card into your computer, paste this firmware on there, and give it a name it a certain thing, and then take that SD card, pop it back into your computer. So take the SD card, pop it back into your computer, and or into your camera, sorry, and then you turn it on and you hold the setup button while you turn it on, and when you do that, it's gonna flash that firmware, and it'll take a while, blink some LEDs, and it's gonna say it's ready, and yeah, you're gonna have RTSP compatible, and there's just a few things you have to go in. You set it up as a generic camera in a home assistant. That's pretty much it. So it's super easy to do, Eric. So I will just guys remind me on Discord. I will try to drop that in the chat. Publish a video with a workaround. So what do you mean a workaround of reloading? I'm not sure exactly what you mean there, Ted. I mean, like there is this. I'm sure you know this. So shouldn't even have to. I shouldn't even. But here, Miko. Miko. You can do Twitter or Discord. That's totally up to you. Just tell me which one you're gonna do on here. I don't know, but either one. All right. So real quick, I'll show you Ted. Ted, what I'm thinking. You're saying like you could go ahead and click this and click reload. Oh, I gotta get rid of this notepad. My bad, guys. But you can click the reload button. I'm not sure if that's what you're saying here, but yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Automation. I think it's just this, right? I'm sure it's a service, right? Oh, there's command line reload, front end reload themes. Let's try integration. Reload. Core config. No. Check config, reload config, entry. No, that's all Home Assistant core integration. Yeah, I'm not sure, Ted. Yeah, which service is that, Zach? And just out of curiosity, which integration needs to be reloaded? I have sign off, but I don't reload it. But command line, front end, home assistant, person, scene, script, timer. I don't know. I'm not sure which one you do. Let me see. Yeah, Chris, do you know what service is it? Maybe it is Home Assistant. I don't know which service you call. Come on. So bad at typing with one hand. Core integration? It's not core integration. Because this is like the actual Home Assistant core. Yeah. So Ted, I mean, I assume you know how to call services, right? But you could test any services in developer tools. Oh, reload config entry. Oh, sweet. Okay. So, okay, here we go. So this is the service. All right, should we try it? Should we try this? And then you got to choose an entity, right? Oh no, you got to do an ID. Okay, so we got to figure out how to call that. So let's see if I'm gonna stay in this one. Let's say if I go to my integrations, just go down. Oh, devices and services here. All right, so let's say I'm trying to. I have this disconnected, guys. This real link, by the way. That's why it's not. So what if I try reloading that? Choose entity, I guess. No, there's no entity called. Let me see. Maybe it's Oh, I can see the delay. I can see the delay on my screen. That's bad. That's really bad. Okay. Zach, that's smart. So you're having drop-offs with SwitchBot, huh? That's a pain. Okay, let's see. Config entry ID. I don't know. There's probably a way to figure out what that should be. Yeah, let's see. You gotta figure out the ID. So maybe you go here. System options. No. I don't know. It's interesting. Configure. No. Yeah, I'm not sure how you do that, Zach, but okay, well, yeah, I'm sure there's a way. I'll look into that, but I never actually thought of trying that. Unless it's in the log. Maybe it's in the log that you have to. That's trying. I don't know. All right. Well, you guys have any other questions? You can let me know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything more to show. Again, oh, Chris, REST API to trigger the device itself. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Well, Zach sounds like Zach's got it. Okay, I'll check out Hyperion. Spencer, I'll try Spencer's. I'll try out Hyperion. Yeah, that's weird. I'll try out Hyperion. I've never actually messed with that. I've seen a few videos on that too, but I'm just delving into WLED right now. I also want to try NeoPixel and Fast LED, but I'm not sure. I don't know anything about those, so that'll be like something I start with. Hey, DJS, thanks, dude. Thanks for the donation. Appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Really helps out. You know, anything helps out. Really appreciate that. Yeah, those Athlon controllers. I mean, they're so nice. Like I said, I have like 3 or 4 or whatever, and no issues. I think I have like 3 on the way. Hope my wife isn't watching the stream. But yeah, I have like 3 on the way. So, or 2 maybe. But yeah, awesome controllers. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys have any other questions, the only thing I was gonna say is, yeah, if you want, only if you want, check out my my store, my shirt store. I have to show you. So I'll show you some of these designs. You don't have to buy them, whatever. I'll show you some of these designs, but they're super fun to make. Hey, Mindshelf Pro, thanks for subscribing. And I think I saw someone else subscribe earlier. My apologies, I didn't say anything because it kind of slipped my mind. But thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate that. We just hit 10,000 subscribers, and it's just nuts. Never thought this would happen. I mean, like you think 10,000 people. That's insane. And you know, who like the videos. That's awesome. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, definitely keep giving me input. And GU10 Spotlight Athens. Oh, that's interesting. DJS. I did not know about that. I did not know. That's very cool. I will have to look at that. I haven't looked too much at Athens stuff recently. I know they came out with a Zigbee, a Ethernet Zigbee radio. Super cool. So that is something I want to check out too. But there's just a lot of stuff. But I mean, Atham, sponsor me. Just kidding. I just want to show this if I could here. But yeah, that's Atham is like. I just want to show you guys again just some of these really cool designs. If you guys have other ideas for designs, I would totally, um, check them out. But look at some of these designs. I put a lot of work into these, had a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to try to remember that, Miko. That's the thing. It's hard because you see what other people are releasing. Like, oh, that's cool. Should I do that? The pressure is always, what do people want to watch? And obviously it's financial. It's like a financial reason because I have to. Honestly, I would love to do it full time, just do videos and stuff like that. But it's hard to to start that because like I have a full time job and a family. It's hard to just jump into trying to do this full time. But I would love to. But it just takes time. It just takes slow growth of the channel. Eric. Yeah, I have thought of consultation. I've actually consulted a couple people. I have consulted a couple people. Mostly it's just been like a dashboard, like building dashboards because they saw mine and they liked it. One guy wanted me to just help him set up a full LED setup. But yeah, so I'll look into that. And yeah, Zach, the Akara, do you mean presence sensor? I didn't do the presence sensor. I haven't tried that. I do want to. I want to do that, and I want to check out Everything Smart Home's presence sensor. And no, I did not buy anything on the 11/11 sale, only because the Atham controllers were the same price. Both I would have bought those, but they were the same price. But didn't see anything major. The only thing I was leaning towards was a Roborock vacuum, but yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so didn't really get anything from there. Okay, so I want to quick show you this, guys. Again, if you don't want to see it, just tell me we don't want to see it, whatever. But I made a bunch of these, and like again, you think the prices are too high, I can drop them, but I don't make a ton on these, but like a couple bucks on these. But I made some pretty cool designs. Like check out this one. This is one that I think is super cool, and I put a lot of like effort into this one, and thanks, I appreciate that. That'd be cool if they would. But yeah, I'll definitely keep working on. I mean, the Atham works. I can't. It's hard to recommend the Dig Uno, which is what Quindor makes and Dr. Z sells, because these work so great and they already have a case and they're cheaper. So again, I like to support Dr. Z's in any way I can. So if you want to watch some WLED videos, they're a little old. He has a ton. Almost everything I learned about WLED, I learned from him. So he has like 5-year-old videos, 3-year-old videos. But Zach, I do have a robotic vacuum right now. I just have a Roomba, and it's a piece of garbage. We don't want to spend like $900 on a vacuum. But I would if there's two I'd get from what I've seen, I get the Ecovacs or I get the Roborock. So I'm looking or the S7 or S7 Plus or whatever. My brother has the S7 Plus and it is awesome. So he has that, all set up with Home Assistant and everything. But I honestly think he does. Johnny, I did not. When does his start? Is it at noon that it starts? I forget. But I will start setting it up so people can go to his stream right after mine if he always does his at noon my time. Yeah, Chris, my brother has it and that thing is a beast. It's super cool. Thanks, Mindshelf Pro. Have a good one if you're leaving. Benji, man. All right, awesome. Thanks. Yeah, Johnny, Roborock. That is a sweet sweet thing. So yeah, S7, S5 Max, S7's fantastic. Man, everyone's got that. All right, so I will be done in 10 minutes. Let me see if I can. Let me see something here quick. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, guys. So all I was just saying is I made some pretty cool shirts, some pretty cool designs. Check them out. Just buy them if you like them. Like, this is what I did that I thought was really cool. I'm gonna put this on my. I'm gonna wear this in my WLED video. But this is a SK6812. How cool is that? I think it's pretty sweet. So I designed that completely myself. And then we have what else here? What else do we have? We have, certified smart homer. And I might drop the prices on some of these I'm trying to. How cool is this one? I read the breaking changes. I thought it was pretty cool. How is this slow or what? But it has the WLED. Or sorry, not WLED. It has the Breaking Bad. That's weird that it's not loading. But yeah, so how cool is that? I thought that was pretty sweet and pretty original. And then I did a couple of this RGB everything. That's the one I'm wearing now. This one, it's expensive because it's like part of the material. It's not just like a logo that can come off. So again, don't buy these unless you like the shirt. I mean, you want to support me, that's fine, but I appreciate everything you're doing, but I want to make sure that people like, you know what I mean? So I got this No Cloud. This is one I like a lot. So I have a couple colors of all these. And if you think I should have one in sweatshirt or whatever, then do it. If you want me to make one with a sweatshirt, I'll do it. But yeah, Johnny, I was reading about that, about setting the room number in Home Assistant. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess it's an issue, but definitely pretty cool. Yeah, this one is the just flash it with Tasmota. I have a couple of those. I think that's pretty sweet, but because everyone always says every time you talk about Tuya, like, oh, just flash it with Tasmota. Like, that's just what they say. If you're in the Home Assistant community. But I might do ask me about Home Assistant or ask me about my hub. But yeah, these are just a couple of designs that I've come up with. I have this one too, which I thought was pretty. This is the first one I ever came up with. It's got those are WS2812s, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop doing that now. I'll stop showing you guys that. But anyway, yeah. So, any other questions? Let me know before Bearded Thinker stream starts. Definitely check his stream out. He's a very welcoming guy in the YouTube community. Very friendly guy. Yeah, and he's got a lot of cool. Oh yeah, Johnny. Now they say ESP Home. I don't have ESP Home, so I'm not making a shirt until I have ESP Home. No, just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna quick. I'm gonna get you guys a link to his stream. Home is where the ass is. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Chris. I'll give you royalties for that one. So I'm gonna put the link to Bearded Tinker's stream. So definitely, guys, check him out if you want to see some cool stuff. He's talking about his heating system, so that'll be awesome. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get going now, guys. Yeah. So again, remember to send me your address if you won the giveaway, and that'll be cool. So we'll do more giveaways next live stream probably because I have tons of leak sensors and other stuff. So yeah, tune in if you want to see some of that. Anyway, guys. That's pretty much it. I think we will. Yeah, you guys gotta behave because Johnny Bergdahl, he's the legend, is the mod for Bearded Tinker. He will give you the boot. So, definitely, don't spam anything about me in that stream. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will catch you guys later. See ya.